Hello, hello, hello. I don't know why this thing here. Okay, and I had something on the side here. I don't know why it was there. I'm gonna put my glasses on. I hope that don't show up as a glare on the screen. I'm gonna start going live, y'all. Saturdays and Tuesdays. I'm gonna try to anyway. Um, so you wanna join? Feel free. Now tonight, I just want to have a calm conversation. Uh, If you're watching this live or if it's on replay, this isn't meant to be rushed, okay? I want to talk about why I'm not panicking, about what's going on in the world, because a lot of people seem to be panicking, and I totally get why, but because of everything that's happening in the news, I can totally understand that, and also what you see on social media. But this isn't about being uninformed, it's about perspective, okay? I'm gonna pause for a little bit, see if anybody comes in. I think it's too much glare off. It appears not too much glare at all. So I'll do that. Okay. Now, panic. We have constant breaking news, it seems like every day and multiple times a day. Um, there's a lot of outrage going on. People men and women, all races, all genders, like I said, men and women. There's just this emotional whiplash going on, y'all. And sometimes people will tell you or they give you the impression that if you don't react immediately, then you don't care about what's going on. That's just not true. You know, some of us, we're trying to stay calm. We'll have our perspective, you know? Basically, the message I'm getting at is reacting isn't the same as understanding, okay? And sometimes if you react immediately to what you hear, you might not have heard all the facts, right? We need to hear all the facts before we react. And I know that's easier said than done. I definitely know that because sometimes stuff will trigger me and set me off too. And I think everybody has a trigger. So, hello, Jones Brothers. Hello, Elijah. Um, I just wanted to take some time to talk about current events, try to get people to try to calm down, stay collected, stay prepared. Um, don't lose the, don't let people tell you that because you're not reacting, you don't care. That's not true. You're probably trying to get all the facts before you react. And let's be honest, if we panic, what kind of good is that going to do? What is that going to solve? Nothing. And when I say about current events, about the woman who was shot, I think was it Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday by ICE, the Greenland situation. And I checked the news, I see that they voted no about the USA taking over their country. Uh, Interception of the oil tankers from Venezuela. It's just been a lot of stuff, y'all. Okay. Thank you for saying that I'm beautiful. I appreciate that. Um, so I just, uh, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to start going live on Saturdays and Tuesdays just to talk to the community and say, hey, what's going on? We won't always talk about current events. When people come on live, if there's something you want to talk about, then do so. Oh, I love this psalm. I'm going to read this from Elijah. God is our refuge and strength, an ever present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea. That's from Psalm 46, 1 2, Nevidians. Thank you for that. And God bless you too, F.L. Jones Brothers. I appreciate that. So, and I see from the two of you that join and making the comments, you're probably thinking along the same way I am, so same lines I am. Just don't panic. Don't rush the judgment. Don't let people tell you because you're not reacting you don't care. You care. You just want to get the facts straight, right? Or as much as we can, because let's be honest, I don't think there's too many media outlets who are telling us everything or telling us the truth anyway. So, and I appreciate that. So, y'all tell me what's been going on besides the crazy news. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, you go on social media and you see reports. One, it says one thing one day, the next day it says something else. So, you know, tell me what's going on, y'all. Don't forget this: a calm person is harder to manipulate. If you're reacting and you're going off and what have you, you're letting your emotions run rampant with you, you can be manipulated, okay? Because they're going to play on your fears, they're going to play on your anger, and heck, they might get you to agree to something that you didn't really want to do. So stay with God and bless you in your day. Thank you. And same to you, Florida Jones. Nothing, just work. Oh, why'd you mention work? Do you work on the weekend, Elijah? I do get Saturdays and Sundays off, but don't they go so fast? Yeah, I'm glad you retracted that message. Because I know you're trying to get me to say something crazy. Why is it here and on TikTok? Because I go live on TikTok sometimes too. I get people on here that want to do craziness, crazy messages, because all that's going to do is get you blocked. Let me see if I can do that here like I can on TikTok, because I don't want to see all that foolishness. Yes. Keep working and you're going to get better. Yes. You're a pilot. Oh my goodness. Bless your heart. Busy all the time. Mm. I was just talking to my sister. We used to do travel, and we even traveled internationally before, but we used to travel a lot through the states. I'm sorry, but I'm not getting on anybody's plane. I just don't feel safe on the planes. And it's nothing against you pilots. It's nothing, against the stewardesses and I just don't trust FAA or nothing else. I just don't. So it's sad to say because I used to travel with my brother and sister, and we love to travel, but no, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. So look, if anybody's joining this and after it's on replay, you don't have to look at the screen. Just listen to it. You can treat it like a podcast. I just want to throw that out there so people know that you're so generous. I don't know about being generous. I was talking to a good friend of mine, and she said she was just all anxious and panicking and everything. I said, "Girl, calm down. Worry about what you have some control over immediately in your life, like this stuff going on in Greenland and all this other stuff. I hate to say it, but there's not much that you and I can do about it." Oh, I'm sure you are, Elijah. Like I said, you're a safe pilot. I don't have anything against you pilots or your stewardesses or anything like that. It's the controlling authorities. I don't think they're really doing their jobs. Um, that's what I don't trust. No, no. Please, I'm sorry if you didn't hear that part when I said I don't have anything against the pilots or the stewardesses or anything like that, and I don't. But it's just it's a lot of just craziness going on, and I think a lot of people. I saw this one TikTok. The young lady was saying, she was mentioning about ICE that they killed a young black man about 7 days ago. And nobody was talking about it. They were talking about the lady they killed earlier this week. And she's like, well, yes, say her name, but say the black guy's name too. And they were like, oh, you trying to change the narrative. You don't want to talk about her. And it's not true. If this is my opinion. If ICE agents have killed people, which we know they have, say all their names. I don't care what gender they are. I don't care what race they are. Say all their names. Now, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? I mean, what feels heavy for you guys right now? And it might not be something current in the news. Is it something at work? Is it something, whatever? Or let me ask it this way: what's something that you just kind of muted? And you're not gonna think about it too much right now. You got other stuff to take care of. Yet some people they just make some screens and some airlines crash. I don't know what that means, Elijah, when you say that. Some people they just make some screens and some airlines crash. I don't get that. Please explain what you meant with that statement. I mean, I'm not a pilot, so if you're talking in pilot lingo, you lost me. I don't get that. Let me ask you this, Elijah, because you're a pilot. Are you a pilot for commercial airline? And if you are, have you seen the number of people that are flying? Are the numbers going down? My friend crashed a plane. Oh my gosh, is your friend okay, Elijah? My goodness, that's not a good thing. Hello, Crip Mosey. Thanks for joining. We're just talking about current events. What's weighing on your mind? What's going on in your world? What do you want to talk about as far as current events? Trying to get people. A lot of people are panicking and just trying to take people. Take a step back. Take a deep breath. Relax. Don't let people say because you're not reacting, you don't care. That's not what it means. You're just trying to get all the facts. You know, everybody doesn't react the same to craziness. So, or tell me why you choosing not to panic. Me, I want to get all the facts straight. Um, I don't want to just start believing the first thing I hear. I want to hear both sides of the story first and then make a decision. Unfortunately, I think sometimes in the current, well, the way things are currently in America, we won't get to hear both sides, unfortunately. Again, like I said, if you're listening to this on replay, feel free to treat this like a podcast. You don't need to watch the screen. Now, I guess people didn't want to talk about current events, so let's talk about something else. I got a new cookbook, y'all. 365 Days of Cookies. Now, if I was retired, I would go through here and probably make as many of these as I could. Like, oh gosh, they say it's a Dutch waffle cookie. Let me show a picture. Now, I just said you didn't have to look at the screen, but now I'm talking about a cookbook. Does that not look good? And it doesn't even look like a cookie. It kind of looks like a Belgian waffle. Let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's only 9 ingredients, and one of those is optional. So it's like, wow, that's pretty good. Now I'm sure some of these I won't make, like lemony gingerbread whoopie pies. I won't make that. I don't like gingerbread cookies too much, and whoopie pies I've never liked those. And then this is a raspberry and pink peppercorn meringue. This right here, I'm not gonna make that. I don't like raspberry and I don't like peppercorn, and you can put them both together. I'm not gonna make those. Full of goodness oatmeal cookies. Now this one looks good. I'll probably make that. What's your favorite cookie? Leave a comment. Mine is good old chocolate chip. You can't go wrong with a good old chocolate chip. Also, leave a comment, y'all, because I want to start going live Saturdays and Tuesdays. What topics do you guys want to talk about? You want to talk about current events? You want to talk about being a black American female over 50 in America? Because that's a trip right now, isn't it? Coffee bonbons. Oh, then they got low fat peanut butter cookies. I don't know. This is a. I mean, I just got this cookbook earlier this week, but I hadn't had a chance to really look through it. Now, what is this? Back to school cookies. What is that? Okay, it's not too many ingredients. You have shortening, peanut butter, brown sugar. You got brown sugar in just about every cookie, right? 4 large egg whites, vanilla extract, flour, soda, baking powder, crisp rice cereal, like Rice Krispies, chopped nuts, coconut, and cookie notes. I won't make this because you have to use 4 large egg whites. Because what do you do with the egg yolk? I mean, I hate a recipe that uses egg whites. Because I'm like, I don't know what to do with the egg yolk. I also don't want to go through the hassle of having to separate the yolk from the egg. Because y'all know I want to get in and out of the kitchen real quick. Orange slice cookies. I don't know about that. Thick sugar cookies. I don't like a sugar cookie. Do y'all like sugar cookies? It's just no flavor to it. It's like, I don't know, eating a piece of dough with a little bit of sugar on it. I've never been a fan of sugar cookies. Again, my favorite cookies are chocolate chip. So, I don't know. Chocolate peanut butter cup cookies, that might be good. Oatmeal raisin cookie, that's a good cookie. The best oatmeal cookie recipe, and all you have to do is add raisins to it, that I've ever made, ever tasted, is actually from the Quaker Oats. It used to be on their canister of oats, but you can go to their website, you can get it. But that, in my opinion, is the best oatmeal cookie recipe. And I've made it for family and for family friends, and they love it. They think, oh my God, it's the bomb. Well, it's from the Quaker man, so it should be. you know? I'm just going to keep on talking. I know ain't nobody, on here, but I just started going live. I didn't announce it, so. Oh, these are so cute. I don't think I'll make them, but look. Cute pig cookies. Is that not cute? Let me see what's in here, because it's probably some strawberry, and I don't like strawberries. Let's see. Oh, it's not. It's just food coloring. Well, I'll be doggone. That's pretty cool. But you know what? It does have, I don't think I like marshmallows. I don't like marshmallows. But dog, it's a cute cookie. Ooh, what is National Ginger Snap Day is July 1st. You know the Nabisco ginger snaps? I grew up on those bad boys. I still love them. I saw them the other day. That box was like almost $8, y'all. For some cookies? Are you crazy? Nabisco, y'all can do better. I'm just gonna talk about different random topics. I mean, why not? Um, is anybody watching this on replay or listening to it on replay? Are you what is this? Are you on TikTok? Are you a TikTok shop affiliate? Where you can advertise products for brands or companies and then make an affiliate commission off of it. I'm trying to see what cookie this is because it looks good. I think it is the chippy peanut butter cookie. Oh wow, let me show you what it looks like. This one right here, that looks good because it looks like it's nothing but a chocolate chip peanut butter cookie. But anyway, if you're a TikTok shop affiliate, because I do that on TikTok, and let me give you some tips on doing that. One, your biggest hurdle is going to be your product selection. And don't worry about trying to get free samples right away when you first become a TikTok shop affiliate, because more than likely you're not going to get any free samples. Now you can order a refundable sample, and the way those work, if you order it, you get it, and it'll tell you if you make whatever the set amount of sales off of it. Sometimes it's 1, 2, or 3 sales. Then you'll get your money back. Now you can do that, but your product selection, and it's really going to depend on, and yes, I'm going to say that N word, niche. You got a niche. Like, do you want to sell fashion? You want to do fashion? Do you want to do skincare? You want to do beauty? You want to do shoes? You want to do electronics? The faster you decide to niche down and you figure out what your niche is going to be, the better off. I've been doing TikTok shop most of last year, which was 2025, and I was selling any and everything that interested me. You can't do that. You gotta niche down. So I've started to do skincare because I've noticed I'm 56 and I've was using the same skincare products since 2009. So for 16 years. Now I suffered with acne in my teenage years and then all the way till I was 40 until I started on that product in 2009 and it cleared up my acne. But I noticed that since then, um, it stopped working and I would have little breakouts. So, I had to find something else to use. Now I put a favorite rainy day activity question on there. Feel free to answer it if you want to. Because it's been rainy here and it's cold and now here we're gonna get like a dusting about up to an inch of snow tonight. I hate snow, y'all. I hate it with a passion. But yeah, I noticed my skincare, it wasn't hitting it. At first I thought I was eating something, because if I eat a lot of oily food or a lot of junk food, I'll have a breakout. So I stopped doing that and I really watched what I was eating, but I was still having breakouts. And I get a lot of breakouts on my cheeks. I don't know if you can see a little bit there. And the thing with melanated people, black people like us, any kind of skin irritation you experience, like you get redness or you get really tight, dry skin, you're not gonna, well, it gets in there and it affects your skin quicker than it does for somebody who's white. And when it comes back out, because once it gets down in your skin, you think, oh, I've cooled it down, I've washed it off, I'm good. You haven't. It's still down in your skin, and then it's gonna come back out, and it's probably gonna come back out as dark spots. Okay. So I wanted something that would clean my face, that would hydrate my face. And if I had a little bit of hyperpigmentation, dark spots, that maybe it would work on that too. So I found something and I've been using it for about a week. And so far, so good. I was worried because the thing about me, the skincare routine I had before, it was just two steps. I washed my face and I put some moisturizer on. One, two. Well, they have a lot of skincare routines out there now, 7, 9, or more steps. I don't want all that. I'm not gonna do all that. My mornings are too doggone busy, and I don't want to do all that. And plus, I don't know what all those chemicals are going to do to my face. I have a degree in chemistry. I also have my law degree, licensed in 2 states to practice law. So I do research. And you putting all those chemicals on your face, what's your face going to be like in a year or 2 or 5 years from now without those chemicals, especially when you put those chemical peels? I got a problem with that. One is the chemical, two is peeling. Now, supposedly it's peeling off all the impurities and the oil and all the bad stuff, right? Maybe it is, but isn't it peeling off some of the good stuff too? I'm sorry, but I don't want to put anything on my face that's going to burn or going to peel off a layer of skin. That just don't sound right to me. So I'm just not going to do that. Um, what do you guys, when you're watching this, what do you guys do as far as your skincare? And I got a comment. I had a question. Favorite rainy day activity? And FL Jones Brothers answered, jumping in muddy puddles. That's cool. Um, let's see if I can. I don't know. But yeah, back to the skincare. What do you guys use? Because like I said, I used the same thing for 16 years, and it finally just went, quit working for me. I had to find something else. And I've been on my new skincare routine for about a week, and I'm happy with it. No burning, no dryness, because that's a big issue. For skin at 40 and over, you got to avoid the dryness and the tightness because that will, well, I shouldn't say will, but it more than likely will lead to wrinkles and fine lines and crow's feet and all that good stuff. I don't even think people say crow's feet anymore. They just say fine lines and wrinkles. Isn't that something? Because I grew up on the term crow's feet. So, in for us African Americans, we really got to be particular with our skincare because our melanin reacts quicker and in different ways to any kind of harmful ingredients we put on our skin. So if you put something on your skin that's going to burn or cause it to be tight, it's going to react right away and it's going to react differently and it's going to soak down into your skin. And like I said, it'll come out more than likely with hyperpigmentation. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm just talking to you about what I found out when I did my research on trying to find a different skincare routine. So just sharing that information with you all. I don't know how to get this question off the screen because there's nobody in the doggone room. So I don't know how to get that off. Does anybody? Well, I was going to ask somebody if y'all know how to do it, but ain't nobody in here. So I don't know. So, wow. Whoever came in, hello. Tell me what's going on. What do you want to talk about? Well, you left. I must be a really boring person. Are you expecting something crazy and I'm just not giving that to you? I guess. Oh man, I can Google it on my computer. How to remove a question on YouTube Live. Click the three dots. There is no three dots. How to remove a question on the screen during a let's see what it says. Questions list. Where's the questions list? It says go to the questions list and remove it that way, but I don't see a questions list. To pin and close. This is crazy. Come on, Google. You on YouTube. This can't be this hard to take that off. Well, I'll be doggone. Green screen, create highlight, retouch, hide live video, effects picker, flip and mute. But nothing as far as a question mark. And nothing as far as settings. And it's right over my head too. Well, that's rude. Either use the questions list to pin and close it as the host. Use moderation tools to hide or delete individual messages. Oh my goodness, or turn off. I'm reading my computer to see. That doesn't make sense. Why can't I just tap on it and make it go away? Well, I can move it. There we go. Okay, y'all, if you ever do a live, tap on the question, hold it, and then it'll have an option if you want to delete it, and then you drag it down and delete it. Good grief. Wow. Come on, YouTube. Y'all need to make that a little bit easier. Wow. Well, I've been talking about anything and everything, but I can't keep anybody's attention. But you know what? There'll be somebody who will be bored one day, and they'll watch this live. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Let's see. You know, I hate being in front of a camera. I don't like taking pictures. I don't like being on camera. But I challenged myself back in August of 23 and said, give it a try and see what you do, if you like it or not. Now, as everyone will tell you, your first videos, then when you venture into content creation, they're gonna be awful because you don't know what you're doing. Even if you think you feel comfortable on camera, you're not gonna be comfortable. So that is true. But about a year and a half in, I got a little bit more comfortable. I'm gonna take my glasses off because I don't have to read anything, I don't think. But I got a little bit better at it. Now, I'm gonna talk politics because, like I said, I'm just talking. I don't have anybody to talk to because ain't nobody in the room, but I don't care. I would consider myself an independent because I voted primarily Democrat, but there's been a couple times that I almost voted Republican. And there was at least one time I did not vote for the presidential election because I didn't like either candidate. And that was when it was Gore versus Bush. I didn't like either one of them. But you asked me today, which is January 10th, 2026, I will definitely not be voting. I gotta turn this off. I don't know why that started. Voting Republican in the midterms or in 20. We'll vote in what, 27? Or is it 20? We vote in 28. Yeah, I won't be voting Republican. Now, a true Republican, that's not what's going on right now. Right now, it's just some crazy fools that just mayhem and debauchery. Um, will America recover? And this is just all my opinion. This is not the opinion of Google or YouTube. It's all my opinion. Yes, I think we will eventually, but it's going to take a long time. I also think we are going to go into a depression, and it's going to be worse than the one in 29. The signs are there, y'all. I did a couple videos on there. The signs are there. We're all broke. We're all struggling. Um, I post on TikTok too. And one of my followers there, she she said, well, it's two different followers. They're both white females, and one said, because I talked to her, I did a, I'm rambling. I did a video a couple months ago, and I said, hey, I can retire in 4 years, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to because my retirement funds are in the stock market. And if the stock market tanks, 4 years, in my opinion, is not enough for it to come back up. So, I'm a plan to try to pull it out as soon as I can. If we ever get word that it's getting ready to tank. But then you just never know. You can't trust the numbers that the media puts out. So the lady commented, says, well, hey, cost of living is pretty affordable in Arkansas. Move to Arkansas. And I wrote back, I said, no, I lived in the South before, pretty close to Arkansas. I don't feel safe as a African American woman living in Arkansas. So I said, no, but you handle your business. Because she said she had retired and things were affordable. I said, awesome. Well, just last week, which was, the first week in January, the same lady responded to my video on TikTok where I said, we're all broke and the signs are there. Y'all need to start getting ready, get your stockpile, save money, do whatever. She told me that times are hard. Her husband's still working, but they can't survive on just his salary and her small pension. And she now is looking for a job. Now, this is just a matter of a couple months, not even that. Her situation changed. And I told her, I'm so sorry to hear that because I still am, and that I hope she can find a job. Because to me, that would be like a nightmare to retire and then have to go back to work because of you just can't afford anything. That's crazy. So, okay, that's one lady. Another lady who's a follower of mine on TikTok, she made the comment of, let me put this because it keeps going to a video that I don't want. Sorry about that. She made the comment about her health insurance. She has a health condition, and she says her and her husband, they can't afford to take care of her health condition now because of the insurance premiums and everything else going up. So it's one thing to hear stories online or in the media about people saying I'm not gonna be able to afford my insurance. It's another to have somebody that close to you. Now, granted, she's just a follower, but we communicate quite often on TikTok. I do a video, she'll make a comment, I'll comment back, and vice versa. So, not quite a family member, but my online family member. I consider that she is. And to hear that she's struggling and they can't afford stuff, and she added that they were selling things so that they could afford her medical needs. And like my sister said, what? Well, that might help her this month. What's going to happen next month in February? And I said, you're right. I said, you can only sell so much, and then you don't have anything to sell. So when I say times are hard, that people are struggling, that we're all broke, we are all broke. I don't care what anybody says. I don't want to hear people saying, well, I was worse off when Biden was president. No, you couldn't have been. You couldn't have been. There's just no way. And if you were, show me the receipts. Show me where you were struggling this time last year or in 24 versus now. Versus 25 and 26, it's already setting up to be a crazy year. Yes, I know that the House has sent through their their bill to try to extend the premium discounts or whatever for health insurance, and it's going to the Senate, and the Senate's going to vote. But why did y'all let them lapse in the first place? The numbers were there. People were posting online that they were paying $600 a month for their insurance under the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, Medicaid. It's all the same thing, y'all. And then they were going to start having to pay $4,000 in 2026. Who in the heck can afford a $4,000 health insurance premium? Hell, I think $600 is a little bit too much. I think that's a little too high. So it's just some craziness, y'all. Because I work full time and I'm paying that was like $380, just say $400. And I think mine's gone up. I'll be paying just under $450 now. But $450 sounds a whole heck of a lot better a month versus $600, or for some people who were talking about they were going to end up having to pay $4,000 for their health insurance. Now think about this, y'all. You going if you try to do that, and some people might have to because you have a serious health condition. Okay, you pay $4,000 for your health insurance. Have you paid for your home, your apartment? Maybe your house is paid off. Okay, cool. But have you bought any groceries? Have you paid any utilities? Have you paid your other insurance that you need to pay? Your homeowners or your renter's insurance, your life insurance, your car insurance. Do you have a car payment? And on and on and on. If you have kids, you got to take care of them. There are not too many people out there who can afford to pay $4,000 for their health insurance. And if somebody's doing that, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be on the ACA. Okay? So, again, I don't know why Congress let it get to this situation. I mean, I kind of know because they don't give a rat's behind about any of us. Because, they have the Cadillac health insurance. Their insurance is covered. But, I don't know, y'all. I think the midterm elections in November, they can't get here quick enough. We got 10 months, less than 10 months. Because 10 months from now, we'll know. Matter of fact, let me look. I think it's November 3rd. I'm going to type in here. I'm on my laptop. I'm going to see when the midterm elections are, the date. Pop right up. Doesn't tell me the date, though. Midterm elections 2026 date. It is November 3rd. Now, somebody came in here and made this crazy comment. I don't know who this person is. So, I'm going to remove it. View message. And I want to hide the user from my channel. There. See, don't come on my lives and make crazy comments and think I'm just gonna let that stay. People do that when I go live on TikTok too. I just block them. I delete them. I don't have time for that. If you wanna make crazy comments, have your own live and do whatever you want to do. Say whatever you want to say, but don't do it on mine because I'm not gonna have it. So, like, where was that other one? There it is. Okay, I can delete it. The last live I was on, do you know somebody had the audacity to come on there when they logged in and they saw my face? They said, "Who is this monkey on my screen?" I said, "Okay, I see what you just straight up an asshole. You blocked. Why do you come on my live and say something like that and think I'm gonna put up with that? Oh, I know you want to get a rise out of me and we're gonna start going at each other. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna block you. Haha. We do. It was funny. Did you have a good time doing that?" But a grown man, and he was white, Caucasian, gonna make that comment and think he gonna get away with it. No. Or think I'm just going to start going off and act a fool. No, I'm not gonna do that either. So, no. I'll be right back, y'all. I need some water because I'm gonna tell you I've been doing all this yapping. I need some water. All right, my fridge is right here. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Even though I don't get much participation in lives, I actually enjoy doing them. Yeah, I was just talking about that last guy when I went live. I went live like 2 weeks ago. And the white guy gonna say, "Who is this monkey on my screen?" Yeah, I'm gonna show you the monkey that's on your screen. Quick, fast, and in a hurry as I blocked him. This current administration has had the effect of making some white people who dislike people just because of the color of their skin racist. They feel emboldened. Well, it's not gonna work. America wouldn't be what it is if it didn't have people of different cultures and ethnicities and races. That's just how it is. And for the white men that don't believe that, don't like it, and white women too, okay, go back to wherever you came from because you're immigrants too. You come from immigrants too. I mean, what if the Native Americans had told the Pilgrims, "Go away, we don't want you here"? Because I mean, uh, that's what they're trying to do now. Just craziness. But they seem to forget that they come from immigrants themselves. You know, my motto last year was "Find your voice." Well, this year it's how do I want to put it? I could say unleash. I don't know, but I'm gonna let it. I'm just gonna let it out. I found it now. I'm gonna use it and just let it out. Okay. So I think this country is going to need females, and it's going to be the white females. Y'all got to step up and save the country, y'all, because minorities, we really can't do too much. We have targets on our backs, on our fronts, on our face, on everything. But white women, it's time. Y'all need to stand up. You know, you've let black people, black women especially, do the hard work for so long. Let that stop and you do the work now. And what startles me the most about, well, I shouldn't say startles, what surprises me a lot is so many white men want women to basically be barefoot pregnant and in the kitchen again. Okay? That's not going to happen. Women have been in the workforce, have been independent for far too long. We're just not going to let that happen. But you talk about a war on women, our reproductive rights, um, got rid of DEI, and let's be honest, DEI helped more white women than it did anybody else, you know. So, and what does well, it did startle me initially when I first heard it. So many young girls, they don't even want to be in a relationship. They don't want to get married. They don't want to have kids. And I think they've seen the struggle from their mothers and their grandmothers of being married, and basically you not only have the children that you give birth to or adopt, but your spouse, your husband, he's basically a child too, and they don't want to go down that road. You know, I heard one young girl, she said having a boyfriend is like having a slow son. Now, that tickles me, and I laugh now, even just saying it, repeating it. But some men are like having, as far as a boyfriend, that is like having a slow son. So, and she knows that in her early 20s, okay? And then on the flip side, you have some men say, "Oh, we're lonely out here. Women don't want to date. They don't want to get married." No, we don't, because we don't want to take care of you. We don't want to have a child that's a grown man plus raise the children that we have together. And then they end up raising the kids alone, even if they stay married, because you, the man, and this isn't all men, it's just some, don't want to participate, don't want to be an active parent. They want everything to fall on the woman. So, no, we don't want to be in a relationship. No, we don't want to get married. And hell no, we don't want to have kids. So, if that's you, young lady, I bow down to you, queen. Hold steady. Don't let anybody tell you, don't fall into the trap. And for so long, that's what society did, is we were taught we grow up and we get married. And women, we were taught we grow up and we get married and we take care of the family, husband included. F that. No. Mm-mm. So that's just my take on that. had to take a breath, y'all. Oh, I know what I'll talk about now, because I'm just talking about whatever, because this will resonate with somebody. I use ChatGPT. Just about anything, heck, sometimes I just want a new recipe. So, and I've been using it for 2 years, 2 or 3 years, I don't know, whenever it came out, y'all. So I asked it the other day, I said, hey, you know, what do you think about me, or something like that? And it came back and it said, well, you don't use your education, you don't use your knowledge to the fullest of your ability. It said that I hold back, that, mm, basically, yeah, that's what it was saying. And I was like, damn, okay. And it just made me think. So I decided 2026 is going to be my year. I'm going to push hard to be monetized here on YouTube. I'm going to push hard to be monetized on TikTok. I already do TikTok shop. But we have to have multiple income streams, y'all. Don't just rely on your full-time job, because your company can be profitable and it still can lay you off. And I know that sounds weird, but think about it. Maybe in the short term, they want to focus on even more profits. So they're going to cut cost. What's one of the biggest costs that a company has? Labor, their employees. Okay, so that's going to be a layoff. What if they want to trim management? Well, if they do, more layoffs. What if they want to raise their stock price? They got to cut costs, more layoffs. Basically, if they have some kind of target to hit as far as their financial situation, and it's really going to mean trimming cost, or they want to satisfy their investors, there's going to be layoffs. So don't think because your company, your organization is profitable that you're safe from a layoff. You're not. Okay, no one is. So if you're not out hustling online or some kind of way, DoorDash, something, you need to be. Okay, we have quickly become a society here in America that one income stream, meaning you have one job, one source of money coming in, it's not enough. It's not enough. So, I live with my sister and my brother. And for now, I guess we're doing okay. But we could be doing a lot better. I'm gonna shut my computer down. That's why I'm leaning forward. And I don't have my glasses on, so oh shoot, it needs to update. Update and shut down. Okay. It'll be acting weird when it comes back. Whenever you update your computer, especially mine at work, it acts a fool the next day or two. But yeah, what? Keep smiling, Queen. I was about to. What? I don't even know what that means. Why do people come over here and make crazy messages? I just don't understand. Just ugh. It's stuff like it that takes, well, it tries to take the joy from you, and I refuse. I like calmness. I like peace. Hell, I'm 56 years old. I don't want to deal with no foolishness like that. I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all can do better than that. Yeah, good. It was deleted. Shoot. I'm pretty sure I know what it meant, but I wasn't gonna give that joker the joy. But your message has been deleted and you have been blocked. I've done. Mm. Maybe because it's the weekend and people got a lot of free time. It's like I said earlier. I'm going to try to go live Saturdays and Tuesdays. So I'll see what my Tuesday live is like. See if it's weird comments. Or not? I'm gonna try to figure out a way to go live at the same time on TikTok. I know there's a way to do it. I can't think of that program. I got it on my computer. I can think of it. It starts with an S, I think. But we'll see. Oh, I know what I meant to look at. Doggone, and I shut my computer off. I want to say, oh, I do. Okay, never mind. I know. I was trying to get a number that I had written down off my email, but I know what the number is now. Popped in my head. But if you guys are interested in coming into my lives, you want to chit chat, let me know what you want to chit chat about. I'm open to everything, except I'm not going to insult anybody. I refuse to be insulted. We're not gonna name call. No, we're not gonna do no nastiness. I'm just not gonna do that. That's not me. That's not what I'm into. Now, if that's what you're into, have your own live and do whatever you want to do. But count me out. There's this black guy that's on TikTok and he does videos. He'll show some stuff that like roller coasters or uh, there's this underground tunnel. I think it's, oh shoot, forgot what country. It is not even a tunnel, it's a highway, and it actually goes underwater. And you can look up and you can see all the sea life and all the water. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. And his catchphrase is, "You can count me out." I'm like, yeah, for real, because I'm not out. No, I have no desire to drive or walk and look up and see a shark, a whale. No, not my cup of tea. I don't want to do a roller coaster. When I was little, I've been on one roller coaster my entire life, and it was the Scooby Doo. I think that was in Kings Island. I think. Yeah, that was enough. I don't need to ever do that again in my life. Now I know people love it, and more power to you. Have fun. But as that black guy said, you can count me out. No, no. For those who have recently retired, tell me in the comments that first day that was a regularly scheduled work day, but you're retired. What was that like? You don't have to worry about the alarm going off to wake you up to get ready for work. I can retire in October of 29, so I got a minute. But the closer I get to it, the more I think about what is that going to feel like. Not having to worry about, oh, I gotta go to work tomorrow, because like it's Saturday and Saturday night, and I know I gotta go to work Monday, and it's like, oh God. And you spend sometimes I spend a couple hours on Sunday just dreading it, like, oh, I gotta go to work tomorrow. So I just want to know, leave a comment. What was that first day of retirement like? When you got up and you got up when you wanted to, which you probably still got up at your normal time going for work, but then you realized, I'm retired. What was that like? Oh my goodness. I used to say when I retired, I was going to take my alarm clock and run over it with my vehicle. But see, now I use my cell phone for my alarm clock, so I can't do that now. I don't know why. I'm starting to get stopped up. I don't know why. Shoot. Hope I'm not coming down with nothing. Did you get your flu shot, y'all? I got my flu shot and my COVID shot. I remember when the country locked down in 20, I told my sister, because I said, that COVID is going to be like the flu shot. We're going to have to get a shot every year. And when they started saying we were going to have to do that, she's like, you were right. We got to get it every year. I said, yeah, I know. I would listen to the reports. Love me some Dr. Fauci. Loved him. He was so smart. And I read between the lines of what he was saying, and I was like, yeah, we're going to have to get a booster shot every year for COVID. So, and every year it seems like you get your flu shot too, and they'll say, well, we got it, we made it for this strain, but now it's, what's the word? It's mutated or whatever, and now it's over here, and it's not really protecting you against this strain. That happens every year. But you know what? I'm still going to stick my arm out every year to get a flu shot. And my other arm, I'm going to stick out and get me a COVID shot. Because I don't want to get sick. I had the flu once when I was in high school. That was a horrible experience. So it was the aches and the pains and just being so exhausted. I didn't like that at all. So I was like, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to not go through that. And ever since then, I've received a flu shot. I get it every doggone year. So okay, I see one person is in here. What's going on? You gonna talk or you gonna leave like everybody else? And it's okay. I don't mind. I'm just shooting the breeze. Somebody will watch this on replay and maybe learn something, maybe not. You know, because again, I'm not really showing anything. I'm just talking, so you can just listen to this like a podcast. You don't have to look at the screen. I'm saying that for YouTube, so they'll know how to put it out there for future listening or viewing. But I'm going to be going live Saturdays and Tuesdays, and it's going to be a pretty much open topic forum. Talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, or whatever, but my whole life I've been a good listener and people come to me and they talk to me. So talk. Let me know what's going on. You know, a lot of people are panicking with what's going on in the world, which is understandable. But when you panic, you're making yourself susceptible. I can't even say that. Susceptible, there we go, to, well, you can be taken advantage of. They can lead you astray wherever they want to. Don't let that happen. Be calm. Get all the facts, or as many as you can, before you make a decision. So, yeah. Oh, wow. I've been on here 57 minutes. I didn't think it was that long. But, hello to the two visitors. I'm trying to see if there's any new messages. There are not. Open forum, y'all. Whatever you want to talk about. Decent and respectful. Don't end up like I blocked 3 people tonight. Don't end up like them. I'm gonna stay on here another 30 minutes or so. I assure you, I'm not that boring if you get to know me. No, I am boring. I don't care. I am who I am. You know what? When I was younger, I thought, I'm talking about in my like mid 20s, early to mid 20s. I thought, one, I wasn't going to live to see 50 because I was doing some silly shit. And two, I thought 50 was so old. Well, you know what? Let me tell y'all something. I had my midlife crisis when I turned 40 because I was like, oh my God, I'm 40 years old. I haven't done anything. I'm closer to death than I am anything else. So I got over that. And then when I hit 50, oh my God, I'm loving it. You know, so 50 is not old to me now. I feel like, because I'm 56. So I've been 50 for a minute. Been the best years of my life. And when I turn 60, which will be in 3 years, because then I'll be retired. My goal now is to become one of them old women. They'll say, that crazy old Miss Buffy. That's right, because I'm going to speak my mind. I don't have to hold my tongue or nothing. If I could just hit the lottery and leave my job, I could really talk and say what I want to. But you know, you can't be a fool out here. You can't on social media. You can't say any and everything because you can lose your job. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Some people, they don't care and they will do that, say stuff, and it's like, no, I'm not going to do that. You got to be careful, y'all. I know you want to say a lot, you want to do a lot, but just don't do it. Don't mess up that J-O-B, that good J-O-B. So, I'm sorry, I'm getting stopped up and I don't know why. I hope I'm not getting sick, y'all. Ugh. It's one thing to have a cold, but, well, I guess the summer cold is the worst kind. I was going to say have a cold in winter is bad, but when you get a summer cold, that's the worst one. Okay, I have 2 people in the room. But nobody's saying anything. What do y'all want to talk about? I'm just up here talking about any and everything that comes to my head. But if y'all want to talk about something, let me know. I think I'm gonna stay on another 30 minutes or so. But I'm gonna take some NyQuil. I'm gonna get some sleep tonight, y'all. That's one thing about menopause. When I was younger, they called it the change. That's what my mother and my grandmother would call it. And all I knew about was you wouldn't have your period anymore and you had hot flashes. There's so much more to menopause. It's unreal. Frozen shoulders, you can't sleep, your taste buds change, and that just might be old age. Or as you age, your taste buds change. Um, but it's unreal. So but what's going on, y'all? What are you doing? Why are you on YouTube on a Saturday night? Hmm? Why aren't you out, I don't know, partying, dancing, going to nightclubs? You know, that's something I never did. I just wasn't into that. I'm very much an introvert, very shy. I don't like being around a lot of people. Can't dance either. I know, a black person can't dance. I have no rhythm. Now, I can play the hell out of I used to play the violin and I played the flute. G, D, A, E. Those are the strings on a violin. I still remember that. Last time I played the violin, I was in ninth grade. Jesus Christ. That was 84, 85. Over 40 years, y'all. Oh my God. But I still remember G, D, A, and E. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy the things you remember and you think, looking back, you're like, why do I remember that? And then there's other stuff you have no recollection of it at all. And somebody will walk up to you, hey Buffy, da 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 da, and you're just like, who are you? I don't know who you are. And what tickles me about that, because it happens to me all the time, I never say their name. Like, hey Bob, how you doing? Or hey Tracy, how you doing? And they just keep on talking. Buffy this, Buffy that, and I'm like, the whole time I'm thinking, who is this person? What's their name? How do they know me? Where do I know them from? And then we talk 5-10 minutes. Well, it was nice seeing you. So, and they walk away, and I'm thinking, I have no idea who that person was. And then I get tickled. I don't think they realize that I don't know who they were. So, and that used to happen to my sister, and I would be cracking up when I was walking around with her in the mall and stuff. There ain't no malls anymore, y'all. And now it happens to me. And she said it was gonna happen to me. She's like, you're not gonna remember all that stuff. And yeah, I don't. But it's just funny. Funny, funny. Why am I getting stopped up? It's probably old age too. I think is Betty Davis is credited with saying getting old ain't for sissies or something like that. She wasn't lying. She wasn't lying. And then when I lived in the South, there was a DJ. He said one day, which it tickled me, but it's true. At any given moment, at least 2 or 3 body parts hurt when you're old. I was like, yeah, that is true. That is true. Like right now, I'm getting stopped up and my lower back kind of hurting a little bit. But God woke me up this morning. I hope He's going to wake me up tomorrow too. Because like I said earlier, man, I am enjoying my 50s. I really am, y'all. Now, again, I want to get to 60 because I want to retire. I want to be that crazy old Miss Buffy that says whatever's on her mind and means it. I don't want to have to hold my tongue. Yeah. So, getting old is no joke, but it has its benefits. Because they'll just say, you're crazy old Miss Buffy. But there'll be 1 or 2 youngsters that'll hear me and they'll be like, I don't think she's as crazy as y'all think. And what she's saying is making sense. So, yeah. I'm going to have fun with that, I think. I'll check out some of these. Oh, wow. Messages here. If y'all looking for a 65-inch TV, Walmart has one by Samsung for $328. Just so you know. Went through the messages. I am on my phone. I got the Samsung, what is it? Shoot, I forgot. 25 Ultra. I like this phone. But let me tell you what happened. About a week ago, because I've had it maybe 3 weeks. It hadn't been a month. I know it hasn't. Well, about a week ago, somehow I dropped it. And I have it on a case, so I wasn't worried about, and I got the screen protector, so I wasn't worried about it being broken or anything, and it wasn't, thank God. But like 2 days later, I get a message pop up on my screen and say, "Hey, your S Pen is not in your phone." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And I checked, and it wasn't. I had dropped it so hard that the S Pen had popped out, but I didn't see where it went. I had no idea where it was. Well, about 2 days after that, it was last weekend, because I dropped it in my bathroom. So I'm in my bathroom and I'm pulling up the bathroom rug, so I'm gonna wash them. Pull up the. I have 3 bathroom rugs in my bathroom. Pulled up the second one, and there's the S Pen. It was just laying there, you know. So if y'all get a Samsung S25 Ultra, just know that if you drop your phone hard enough, your S Pen will pop out. Which is weird to me because the way it is at the bottom, and you have to. There's this little, I don't know, button or something, which is the bottom of the pen, but you have to push it in, and then it'll pop out, and you pull it out, and you gotta put a little force on it to pull it out. But to know that if you drop your phone hard enough, the S Pen will just pop out on its own. Samsung, y'all wrong for that. Y'all really are wrong for that. I think what you should have done was put a little cap over the pen where it is, so that it will snap into place. Maybe that will keep it in there sturdy or something. But yeah, y'all wrong for that, Samsung. And with my limited technology behind, I thought I had to buy the S Pen separate. I didn't even know it came with the phone. So I had the phone about a week. And I saw that little button that I'm telling you about at the bottom. I said, "What is this?" And I push it. And it goes in. And then this little button, this little nodule end pops out. And I'm like, "What is this?" So I pull it. It's the S Pen. Well, are you serious? I thought I had to buy this. So that was a nice surprise. But when it popped out on its own and I didn't know it and it was gone, I said, "Damn, I got to buy an S Pen?" Because I don't think they're cheap. I want to say they're like 30, $40. I was like, you know what? I haven't used it since I've had the phone. I still haven't used it. I'm not going to pay $30, $40. But I had to go into settings and make the phone stop giving me a message. Your S Pen is missing. Your S Pen is missing. I don't care about that. Stop telling me that. I know it's not in there. I don't know where it is. So, but yeah, just funny little story. Hey, what's going on? Somebody popped in here. We'll see how long. I'm counting down. 108.40. We'll see how long you last. You'll be gone too. But every minute counts for watch time. 7 seconds, y'all. 108.47. Like I said, I'm one of those people. I'm going to be truthful with you. One, I do enjoy making YouTube videos. I do enjoy going live, which says a lot because when I started back in August or September 23, I didn't like it because it's just, I don't like being on camera. I don't like being in front of a camera. So that's one. Two, I'm doing all of this because I want another stream of income, okay? So, yes, I want to share stuff with information, share information with people and everything like that, help if I can. But I'm not that altruistic. There's got to be something in it for me. So I got to get my watch time. I have the followers, or is that what they call them? Subscribers. See, I'm so used to being on TikTok. I have a subscriber count, but I got to get the follower. No, I have the subscriber count, but I need to get the watch hours up. I'm tired, y'all. Because what time is it? It's 9:49 p.m. That's late for us old gals. But, let's say I lay down about, I don't know, 10:30 or whatever. I'll probably wake up about 1:30, 2 o'clock, something like it. Have to go to the bathroom, and then I'll lay there and won't be able to go to sleep for hours. So that's one thing about menopause that I hate, because I was one of those people. When I went to bed, I was dead to the world for a good 7, 8 hours. Now I can't tell you, and I'm talking about years. Last time I slept a straight 7, 8 hours. It just don't happen. Just don't happen. I miss it too. I'm not gonna lie. So, but it is already January 10th. Is that right? It's January 10th. In a minute we're gonna be saying Merry Christmas again. Years are just flying by. When we were little kids, it seemed like it took a century for Christmas to come. Now it's just, wow. It's just flying by. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe it's a little bit of both. I don't know. You know what? Because nobody stays in my lives, they don't participate. I should start when I do them. I'm not going to share everything because I am a private person. But when I do them on Saturdays and Tuesdays, I'm going to use them like a kind of like a Dear Diary and say, this is what's happened. Now I got to remember to write down or make a note of what's happened in between each live, though. But, and then I can, and no, I know this won't count towards the watch time. I don't want it to. I'm not trying to cheat. But I can look back and say, well, damn, that did happen then, didn't it? You know? So, yeah. I've got to make my side gigs, they got to be fun for me, too. You know? I already hate my full-time job. I don't want to hate my side gigs, too. And the thing about it, it's not so much that I hate my full-time job. I hate the games that they play at the corporation that I'm at. So, and because I'm a quiet person, I don't really say much in meetings. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't say much in meetings. I don't give a damn anymore. I'm a convict. I'm literally counting down the days so I can retire. So, and another thing with the meetings, let's say it's scheduled for 1 p.m. Well, the first 20 minutes, they're talking about everything but what we're supposed to talk about. Let's take care of the business agenda first. And if y'all want to catch up, talk about your cows, your horses, what you gonna do on the weekend, then y'all do that. But you wasting my time. And I don't hate to say it, it's the truth. I work with some boring people. I'm boring too. Don't get me wrong. But they literally and figuratively put me to sleep in those stupid asinine meetings where no information is really given. Nothing is, nothing is accomplished. So, yes, I hate a meeting. I think that's going to be the best thing about when I retire in 3 years is no more damn meetings. Jeez. It's just, ugh. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I hate a meeting. I hope you got that point across. I hate a meeting. What is this? Somebody tried to leave a message. I guess they realized it was some stupidish. So they deleted it, retracted it. Well, you've been blocked. See, and I'm sitting here just a minute ago. I was telling you I was getting stopped up. Guess what's happening now? I'm having a hot flash. I can't win, y'all. At least now I can feel it coming on. When I first started getting them a few years ago, I didn't feel anything. It was just like, bam, I'm on fire. And then it would go, bam, now I'm cold. But now I literally feel it coming on. And if you haven't been on here, nobody been on here. But I'm not as nasally now. My nose has cleared up. I'm not stopped up. Yeah. Menopause. Yeah. All I can do is laugh, y'all, because I don't want to take any hormone. I don't want to take any more pills or anything like that. It just let Mother Nature do her thing, but that, I mean, literally, I'm on fire. I'm sweating under my. I don't even know what this is called now, but I'm sweating. I can feel it. In a few minutes, I'll be ice cold. Menopause. That's beautiful. Mm. Again, all I can do is laugh. Cause see now, it just that fast. I can feel it going away. But because I was sweating a little bit, you know how when you sweat and then it cools off, you get a little cool or cold. I'm starting to get cold. Beautiful. Being a woman is a beautiful thing, but it's a bitch too. That's that's all I gotta say about that. Wow. Yeah. And when I get cold at night, that's when my body is shutting down. It's telling me you need to go to bed and you get sleepy. I'm like, yeah, okay. And I go to bed, I have an electric blanket, and I turn it on. It's probably the worst thing you can do when you're going through menopause, because when you have a hot flash and you got your electric blanket on high, it's not a good combination, y'all. Just not. And I have a pit bull mixed dog, and they're cold natured, and he likes to sleep right up under me. And then I said, no, go. I have a dual control electric blanket, so I turn his side on, so he'll have it on. So he'll go over there, but sometimes he won't. He'll still stay stuck up under me. I get so hot. It's like I flash him out because I can feel him. He'll get up and he'll move. He's like, damn, she's hot. So yeah, I know. I know. So I can only imagine you couples that are together and the one of you is going through menopause, because it could be same sex couples and not. Let me tell you something. I don't care if you are homosexual, lesbian, gay, whatever. I don't give a damn. What I do care about is don't be cheating on each other, beating on each other, and all that foolishness. If you're gonna be doing that, why are you together? So I don't care if you're hetero or homosexual. Is what I'm saying. I don't care. But if the female in the group it has a hot flash in the middle of the night, how do y'all like to snuggle up? How do y'all do that? Because I know she's burning you out. How do you do that? And back to sexual preference or orientation. Why do people care? Why does it upset people to know that over here they're gay or lesbian? So I've never understood, why does that matter? Why? But for some people that's a big deal, and it's like it's none of your doggone business. But oh well. Just like I don't understand how somebody will look at someone of a different skin color and automatically say, I don't like you, I hate you, whatever. You know nothing about me. You just don't like me because of the color of my skin. Does that not sound idiotic to anybody else? I mean, that's just some stupid shit. I'm sorry for cussing, but it is. But that's been since the dawn of time, I guess. But that person that you don't like because of the color of their skin, they could have the cure for cancer. And you may have cancer, somebody in your family, but you don't want them to treat you because they're black or brown? Really? That don't make sense to me. Somebody make that make sense, because I've never understood that. But oh well. It's just crazy times. Hello from Dubai. Hello. Oh my gosh. Dubai. If I was willing to internationally travel anymore, that was on my list, but I'm not gonna do that. Mm-mm. And just that fast, they're gone. I'm sorry I didn't see your hi. I would have, said hi to you sooner. Turban. This is a turban. I couldn't think of what it was called, y'all. Sunday. Tomorrow's Sunday. I gotta think about what I gotta do. I gotta go make an errand to the grocery store. Then I'm gonna chill on YouTube. Do you guys watch Scout Outdoors? That's the channel I like watching on Sunday. And then oh, what's the other one? It's got Aziza and her husband there in Azerbaijan. I can't think of the name of the country living something. Yeah, those are my two channels. They always have new videos on Sundays, so I'm gonna veg out in front of YouTube. Yeah, yeah. And then I got to make a couple of videos. I can't even talk now. Excuse me. For TikTok, because I'm a TikTok shop affiliate over there, and I just like making videos on TikTok. So I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna chill. Just chill. Yeah, like I told y'all a few minutes ago, I had the hot flash, and now I'm freezing. And I can feel myself getting stopped up again. Does anybody else go through this? What? Mm, craziness. I don't know, y'all. What has happened to our country? What has happened to America? All because people hate another race of people because of the color of their skin. Yes, that's idiotic, but it's so sad too. I don't want to end my life being sad, but sometimes I stop and I think about that, and it, damn, hmm, I just don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna try to think of something happy to end the live with, because for everyone that popped in and out of the live, thank you. I appreciate it. I got 3 likes. Thank you for that too. I'm sitting here. I have a clock and it's rather loud ticking. And it's just a metaphor. Life is just ticking away. We can't stop it. We can't change it. We have no control over it. Do we really have control over anything? When you really stop and think about it, do we? I don't know if the ticking it picks up on my microphone or not. I'm gonna try and do better, y'all. I'll figure out. I'll get a list of topics for Tuesday's live, or I'll treat it like a diary, like I said I would. Maybe those of you who pop in then won't say, "Oh, she's boring as hell. I'm out." Then again, you may. Who knows? But I know I'm not the only person in this world who wants some calmness, who wants some peace. I know I do. I also know it's kind of hard to get it nowadays. Now I got something caught in my left eye. And even though I'm sleepy, I'm going to tell you right now what I'm going to do when I end the live in about 5 minutes. I'll get ready for bed. And then I'll get in bed and be scrolling on social media until I drift off. If anybody had told me when I was younger that I would have trouble sleeping, I wouldn't believe them. Because, like I said earlier, I would sleep like the dead man when I was young. Once I hit the bed, I was out. I mean, in a deep sleep, too. It's funny what you take for granted, the little things. Hmm. Craziness, y'all. Craziness. That's another thing about getting old. You think about things differently. You know what? I had a podcast before and I was talking about why women were single. Because I'm single and I love it. I love it to the fact that I hate when I go out and some guy tries to talk to me and it's like, oh God, I really just want you to leave me alone. I don't have anything against you. You might be the greatest thing since apple pie. I just want to be left alone. I'm out here at the grocery store or the pet food store to get my groceries and get the pet food. The furthest, last thing on my mind is to strike up a conversation and try to get to know somebody. I'm over that. I've been there, done that. I, I just, I don't have the mental capacity to care about another human being and then his family. I just don't have it in me. I don't want to do that. Is that selfish? Yeah, I guess. Do I care that somebody thinks it's selfish? No. That's one thing about getting older. There's a lot of stuff that you used to care about, that used to worry you, bother you. It doesn't. You just like, so, okay. So, ladies who are out there, and men too, that you're single and you don't want to be in a relationship, don't let society make you feel bad about that. It's okay. And for some of you men who are saying you're lonely and women don't want to be in a relationship with you, I don't know what to tell you. Because I know there's a lot of women out there who think like that. And I'm not laughing at you guys. I feel for you. You know, shoot, about 10, 15 years ago, I kind of went through that. I wanted to be in a relationship, but I couldn't find anybody and I was really lonely. But now it's like, oh man, I can't even imagine being in a relationship because now when I make a decision, I can just make that decision because it's not affecting anybody else. I don't have to say, oh gosh, well, what's his plans going to be for this weekend or what are we? No, it's all about me, myself, and I. And I love that. And again, if it's selfish, I don't care. I've earned it. I'm 56 and I've earned the right to be selfish if I want to be. So, I don't know, y'all. Somebody leave comments and let me know what you think about that. What did you think about this whole live? I know I'm just scattered and all over and then some, but I enjoyed it. I killed some time because I'm coming up on an hour and a half and I could have just been scrolling on social media, not accomplished anything, but I feel like I accomplished a little bit of something tonight. So tomorrow I'm going to be live on TikTok, but it's going to be a TikTok shop live. I'm going to be promoting Skin 1004. So, but if you want to pop in, same account, Buffy's Flavorful Journey, pop in. Be respectful, no dirty, nasty comments, because you will be blocked. So, it is what it is, guys, you know. You know who said that? Somebody was asked about all the deaths during COVID. This world leader said, it is what it is. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh, well. All right, y'all. I'm going to end it now. Now I got to figure out how to do it. I got to figure out how to end the live. Okay, y'all. It's been real. Till Tuesday. Take care. All the best.